Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Got an odd little video today. I'm gonna have to walk around all of our roads and find out how many trees are down across the roads today. This right here was caused by a little over, well, it was about 1.5 inches of rain in 10 minutes. 1.5 inches of rain is not a huge amount of rain, but in 10 minutes it can do a lot of damage. It's done a lot of damage on all of the roads, but that same storm knocked down trees over here and over here. I want to count those trees, and we're going to go down on the roads down in the woods and up to the other ridge and see how many trees in total that I need to remove this year. This one here and that one right there both fell a while ago. There's a good amount like that, and we'll count those, but we're going to start at the south end of the property and work our way to the middle, go up and down all the roads, and then come up on the north end. So I will meet you down by these trees over here. We got at least 2 here. Oh, this is 3 trees right here. One, 2, and then there's one behind there. They're not real big, but these will make good firewood. I like that aspen on not super cold days. Okay, so we got 4 over here. This one, oh, that's probably 8 inches, and these are 5, 6. Okay, let me write that down. 4 on the south end. There was actually 3 that fell here, but we'll call it 2. I threw one of them into the woods. Yeah, stuff like this is just going to be a pain in the butt to clean up. This is some nice firewood, and this is just a bunch of junk. It's going to take a while to get that all raked up. Hello, Mr. Kitty. Want to go count trees? Oh, good. Okay, so we got 6 trees so far. Okay. And right at the edge of the yard, this is actually the tops of 2 trees. We'll just count this as 1 tree. And then we got a big aspen here. Oh, and then another tree on the other side of it. So we'll call this 3 trees. We got company coming with us. The dogs are going to walk with us. Unfortunately, when I'm doing this, a lot of times I'll see wildlife along the way, but when you have the dogs, that's not going to happen. They scare it away way ahead of time. Okay, let me write that down. 3 trees right there. I'm counting all of this stuff, even if it hit the ground or not, if it's over the road or is going to fall over the road real soon. So we got another one here, and that one is going to fall really soon. Probably shouldn't count that one though. That one may hang up there for another year. Okay, so we have 4, 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, write down your guess. I haven't been down to the bottom all year. So I'm guessing that there's going to be at least 6 trees once we get past this group of trees that we counted long ago. I'm going to guess there's going to be at least 6 trees on the other side, but there could be more than that. If you got a guess at the total trees, put it down in the comments below and we'll see who wins. My guess is going to be, I'm going to say 20 trees. We have four or five in the north pasture that have been down for a few years. I've shown them in other videos. And there's a couple trees along the rock road that are kind of pushed out of the way. I'm going to be counting those too, because I got to get all of these trees out of here. And this one counts as well. There's another one hanging over the road just below here, so that's 2 more. So that's 1, and then this big old ash and another one right next to it, that's 3, and another one right there, that is 4 on the ravine road. This is called the ravine road because our massively deep ravine is right here. I've been meaning to take you guys for a walk starting up there, but actually we own a good ways further, so I could walk from the end of our property and go all the way to the bottom, down in the bottom of the ravine. It is just gorgeous down there. I'll have to do that someday when it's a little cooler. So let me add 1, 2, 3, 4 from Ravine Road. Okay, I've showed this mess a few times, but I've never gone down here. So this is the top of a tree. We'll count that as 1. Ouch. Blackberries, gotta trim them too. So 1, 2, 3. That's halfway on the road, but it still has to be cut. So that's 4 on the upper part. Well, 4 so far on the lower part of Ravine Road. Isabel. 4 so far. I just love it in here in the fall like this. So beautiful. There's the 5th one. It's a little one. Well, there was 6, but one of them was just a little thing that was laying on the road and I shot it off to the side. Looking at what happened from that rain, you can tell the water was rushing like crazy down here. Usually the rocks are completely covered in moss and it washed it off almost all of the ones in the bottom. Yeah, pretty good rain. Okay, we'll call that 5 on the lower road. Now we got a road going up that way, and we got a road that way, and that way as well. But I don't know if I need to go down all of the roads. We don't really go up this road much anymore. We do go up this one. There's a tree stand up there, and that takes us to our back ridge. We definitely go down this one. This one takes us down to the edge of our property that way. This one, not so much, and this one, not so much. But problem is, I'm afraid if I take the dogs, they may have a problem. Wow. This right here, there was like a little V-groove back here, and this was all flat ground. They dozed a road over this little trickle right here for doing their logging ages ago, and it was like that the entire time we owned the property. And then a few years back, it washed out a bit, like down to where this is, and all this stuff is new. That's probably 6-7 feet deep. Yeah, it was flat ground going right across here. You could drive across here all the way over to there and all the way back into there. And that little V groove is probably 3-4 times as deep as it used to be. All right, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 6 or 7 trees across here, but I mean, I don't really need to get these out of here. What would be the point of getting this out? Okay, let's go down a different road. Come on, Sook. And again, this road ends, just on the other side of where that tree is at an angle like that. And my nephew had his tree stand down there years and years ago, but we haven't used it since. But there's, geez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 8 trees down there, but we're not gonna worry about that either. Okay, this is a road we use, and you can see where this has been cut. I wonder if this washed down. I mean, why is it cut here instead of cut completely out of the road? Okay, so we'll just call that 1, 2. I guess I have to cut that one. So that's 2. I'll just throw this out of here. 2 so far. Got a distance flag. Bow hunting. But surprisingly, not much up here. Yeah, this was cut. The guys cut this on both sides, which is what I was talking about, the one down below. Maybe that just rolled down there. Okay. The stand should be right up here, unless they moved that one. Our property ends, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that fence or not, but the guy who bought the neighboring land, he logged the hell out of it, and now he's trying to sell it. I hate when people do that, but they've done it a few times lately around here. Buy the land, log the heck out of it, get maybe $1 million for the wood, and then sell the land right away. No connection to the land, just do this to it. Yikes. And then these logging roads are gonna wash out and erode big time. They've already started. Yeah, what a shame. I mean, there's nothing wrong with logging, but I just don't like these people from out of town coming in and destroying the place and then taking off like that. Come on, ladies. Yeah, this is hardly worth bothering with, but Just 2 logs. All right. The last place we got to go down here is north along the ravine here. Wow. Yeah, just 1 inch of rain and it scoured this bottom right here. I just know I'm going to get hit by a walnut. Got walnuts falling everywhere. These aren't that big. Some of them are the size of a tennis ball, and it would give you a real good crack in the head. Doesn't look like anything on the road down this way. Like I said, I haven't been down here in a while. I'm not even sure where their tree stands are. My nephews and my brother-in-law all have tree stands down here, but oh, I think they took them down. That's it. There's one just sitting in the woods up on the rock road. We'll be going past that. I guess that's one tree across the road, but we're not going to count it. Yeah, it is surprisingly clear down here. Well, I was wrong. There's a stand right there on that big cottonwood. Okay, the edge of our property is right up here somewhere, but we'll go take a look at the ravine just past that and see what the water did there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs clearing up here, but I think I'll either do that in winter or wait till next spring. This stuff right here, I come through with a saw blade and cut all this stuff back a little bit so it's not so narrow through here. We should be able to drive the gator through here, and it's a bit overgrown. Yeah, it's almost unrecognizable through here. This used to be a regulation road, but somebody bought this lot right here, and we haven't maintained it since they bought it, and it's just gotten completely overgrown. It was a regular road. Okay, here's the road. This washed out a bit a few years ago, but you could drive through it. Now, you wouldn't have to do too much. You could still drive through this, but it would be a little hairy because you'd be right next to the edge. Wow. Yeah, this circles all the way around this ridge and pops up at the other side of our land. Oh, I think that's about a half a mile that way. But we are not going on that hike. Okay, since this is nice and scrubbed for us, we're just going to walk back on this nice ravine bottom here. I see this thing held. That same big storm a few years back pushed up this dam here, and the edge of the ravine used to be right over here. It made this dam and then it cut right around it. Just cut a new path. I got these bugs that are flying right into my eye. Let me get the heck out of here. Okay, we came back up through this, and this is the trail we came down on. I should mention that This right here was washed out just like down at the other end. It was, I don't know, maybe 3 feet up on either side. And we hired somebody with a bulldozer to knock it back down on both sides and smooth it. And luckily, this big rain didn't cut it down again. So that was only one tree. That's all I'm gonna count. Nothing's really in the way of people going hunting down here. Izzy is such a good dog. She's waiting for me. The other dogs just ran ahead. Our house is right up through that way. It's 210 feet up and about 1,000 feet that way. Okay, in the shooting range here, we have 3 full trees to clean up. Those are out of the way, but I have to get those diced up. If they're too rotten, I'll roll them in the woods. Otherwise, they're going in the firewood stack. And we have a big mess right here. This stuff takes forever to pick all this little stuff up and toss it. You want Daddy to throw some more? You are such a trooper. All right, let's go. We have the mess back there in the shooting range, but I don't have to, but I'm gonna cut this aspen back in the woods. I'm gonna dice this up a few times and get that off the trail. And this is some pretty nice firewood. So I'm gonna dice that up as well. I think this stuff, we'll probably just push that into the woods. So we got 3, we'll call it 5. Again, this stuff isn't blocking anything, but it is on the road. So this looks pretty rotten. Probably just cut it right there and then cut this one right there and then kind of wobble them over to the other side and just dump them in the woods. But this, that still has some decent firewood in it. I've found out that this rotten wood, once you dry it out, it burns just fine. It doesn't smolder at all. It burns faster than non-rotten wood, but it burns really well. And then we got that one. So I counted it at 7 total on the rock road here. And we walk this, every once in a while I keep this mowed. So I believe that's it, but there might be a surprise around the corner. And then the last bit we got to check is going around the north pasture by what used to be the vineyard. We'll get that checked and we'll get a tally on this. Forgot all about this. Yeah, we won't even count this, but I do have to get this off the road. Again, we'll just tip it up and kind of walk it over to the other side and tip it over the edge. Okay, it's about 82 degrees and we're about to go into the sun. There's the old vineyard. Nothing much to see anymore. And none of these trees need to be cleared out, but I am gonna do it. These have been down for, that one's probably been down for 2 years. Some of them have been down for 3-4 years. I want to get these out of here and make this little trail right at the edge of the woods, and they're in the way of that. So we have 1 back there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I believe there's just one more, so I think there's 7, but we'll check on that. Come on, ladies. 6 and 7. There's a massive oak that fell in the woods right there, but I don't think I'll be able to get any of that. It's too high off the ground. So 7 in the north pasture. This is the old north dry lot and round pen. Nothing here. And nothing along this stretch. This is where we came in. What a mess. Yeah, what a mess. This is going to take a while.